As we work toward the nation's 250th birthday and we the people, let's take the chance to look back. August 15th, 1907, the Great Fire destroyed many structures and part of the pier in Old Orchard Beach. It was so intense at one point, firefighters used dynamite to blow up buildings and create a gap to slow the fire's progress. By midnight that night, the fire was under control. Most of those beachfront properties were rebuilt soon after the fire, offering that summer destination that so many frequent during a Maine summer. Until tomorrow, I'm Brian Sullivan.